Now, the other excitement that we have going into week one is how will the rookies perform? And so we couldn't wait, at least I couldn't wait to see Jayden Daniels. How good would he look? What about Bo Nix? Is he the real deal in Denver? Caleb Williams, number one pick. How's he going to do? And the reality is all three had their struggles. Good for Caleb Williams to get the win, but he threw for under 100 yards. Not great. But we have to be patient. These are rookie quarterbacks. We've got to give them some time. They're learning, especially with Washington. They got a new head coach with Dan Quinn, and so I think all three we just don't know yet. There was enough positive plays, and especially with Jayden Daniels, we see the talent. That was the one quarterback of these guys that I was most excited about, and I think he's going to be really good for the Commanders. And I think as the season goes along, I think Washington's going to be fine. So I'm definitely patient with them. And then, the other two guys, we just got to wait and see. So, Bo Nix, we'll see. Sean Payton, maybe he gets the most out of him. He's probably the one that I'm least positive on. But we still have to be patient with these guys as they try to turn their franchise around and become legit NFL players. It's not going to happen week one unless you're C.J. Stroud burst onto the scene. And he looked good again yesterday. Are you kidding me? Or Sunday. Are you kidding me? The Texans, Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, right away, fitting in. We don't have to be patient with the Texans. They're good to go. So that's one team that's all set. Now, the other interesting rookie or debut that we saw over the weekend, Tom Brady in the booth. And mixed reviews came out in regards to how he did as a broadcaster. But again, we have to be patient. This isn't a job where you just walk in and you're all of a sudden a superstar broadcaster. I mean, Tony Romo kind of did that, but that was a rare occasion. That's not the norm. And I think my takeaway for Brady is he'll never be worth the money. So we have to remove that. No color commentator for a game is worth $30+ million a year. It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't get that. If I'm Fox, I'm putting Tom Brady everywhere. He better be on The Masked Singer. He better be on their morning show. He better be on local Fox affiliates just to help boost the stations. I mean, I'm using him everywhere. But as far as what he did as a broadcaster, he just was a little stiff. He wasn't comfortable yet. He didn't have command of the booth. And that's what made John Madden so great. He just had command. There was a presence about him. And he connected so well with the audience. I think it's going to take time for Tom Brady to connect to fans because in some ways, most of us have been disconnected from Tom Brady because we've rooted against him for so long. So we have to kind of come around just to enjoy Tom Brady from that standpoint. And then, man, all the pressure being on the A team, you kick out Greg Olsen, who everybody loved, which Fox should have just stuck with him. But the key for these games, like for me, I'm watching 4 different games at a time, 8 different games at a time. I'm bouncing around from announcers. So even the 4 o'clock time slot, I just don't think it's that important to have a big-time color commentator. Now, Sunday Night Football, Chris Collinsworth, I think he's awesome. And I think it's important that role has a guy that really connects, who's relaxed, who's like in tune with what's going on in the NFL world. Tom Brady's going to have to be in the mix. To me, he's a little out there. Brady's just kind of, he just has to become one of the guys. And I don't know if he's capable of that, but I think that's an important part of, hey, we're all on our couches watching these games. We want to connect with you a little bit. And I think Greg Olsen had that right balance of really, and he still does. You just have to watch him on a 1 o'clock game, and I forget what game he had, the Vikings or something. But with Greg Olsen, he had the right balance. So Brady's it's just gonna take time. So we have to be patient. I think he'll be okay. I just don't think he's going to be John Madden. He's not going to be worth $30+ million a year. So that's my take on him. But I was listening to Dan Patrick, and his producer, Paulie Paps, was talking about Tom Brady's voice. And it's too high. So when he gets excited, it goes way too high. And that might just be a problem for him. And even Scott Hansen joked about, come on, Tom, you got to get excited about this play. He was lacking the excitement. So that's going to be the tricky part for him as well. But again, we've got to be patient. We got to give him time. It's not going to happen week one. He's not going to be a master at being a color commentator, broadcaster, week one.